Crystal's Yoga here. Hopefully this is a quiet enough path for us this morning. We're going to do a morning stretch, wake up the body. If you love to use props and blocks for your practice, have them ready for you. Otherwise, I will meet you in a seat on your mat. Stretch here, breathe the arms up. And then twisting to your left, you can place one hand on the knee, the other hand behind you. Take a peek behind you. And then inhale back to center and just twist to the other side. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Let's place the hands behind you. We're going to lean back. I want you to open the legs and you're just going to switch so the opposite foot is in front. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take that twist again. And then last time, we're going to twist to the other side. Breathe into center. Exhale, find that twist. Inhale all the way back to center. And then coming into a tabletop. So onto all fours. Moving into a couple of spinal warm-ups. Cat-cow, belly drops. Inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding. Take a peek for your belly button. Inhale, belly drops. Look up. Exhale, rounding. Good. From here, we're going to find our plank pose. So stepping back, doesn't matter which foot goes first. Finding this super strong plank here, holding. See how high you can come up onto the tippy toes, maybe even shifting the weight forward. Press the palms into the earth like you could push them right through the earth. Take a breath. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way down to the earth. So we're strengthening here to start the day. All the way down, reach the hands behind you, finding your Shalabhasana. So maybe the palms are on facing the earth, or maybe you interlace them, lifting chest, lifting legs. See how long you can get here. So think about reaching the toes away from the body. Couple of breaths. And then we'll release the hands back alongside the ribs, curl the toes under, strong plank all the way back up. Holding your Palakasana, that is your plank pose. Again, rounding through the upper back, hold strong, press those palms into the earth. And then slowly all the way back down. Coming into your Shalabhasana again. Slip those hands behind you. Lift everything off the mat. We're balancing on the pelvis here. And then release your hands, curl the toes under, strong plank right back up. And then this is the last one. We're going to hold. And then slowly you can come all the way back down to the earth. Last time, finding your Shalabhasana. And then we can release. Good. Pushing back through tabletop. Let's walk our hands back to the back of the mat and just pick up the knees. We're in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Little ragdoll here. So maybe you want to take opposite hands, opposite elbows. Let the head get heavy. If there's another variation you want to take, I like to do a little sway side to side. Shifting the weight from foot to foot. Seeing if I can get a little heavier in the elbows. And then slowly coming all the way up to standing. We're going to take a big step forward with the left foot. Just finding a wide stance here. Moving into our triangle pose. So left foot turns forward. Reach the arms out. Then I want you to bump the hips back as you reach, reach, reach. Left hand is either going to come to a block. The shin, if you can reach the earth, you can absolutely come to your full expression here. A little teeny tiny lean back here, pulling that right shoulder back. Holding this one, nice deep side body stretch. And then slowly we'll release the top hand and you're just going to pivot through the front, finding that same pose at the back of the mat. So turning now your right toes to the back of the mat. Planting that right hand either onto block or shin, reaching the left arm up. Lean back. Maybe the gaze lifts. Got some visitors. Oh, they're going to go another direction. Okay. And then we're going to slowly release the hands down and then walk them forward. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. First, come up onto the fingertips. Send the hips back. You're trying to reach the fingertips forward at the same time, pulling the hips behind you, getting really long in your spine. And then we'll go ahead and melt those palms down, staying here. Again, pressing the weight into those heels as you send the hips behind you, like you're trying to reach for something on the top shelf, a little shrug of your shoulders. Good, and then we'll walk the hands back. We're going to pop the heels in. We're going to find a goddess or a god or a horse pose, big bend into the knees. Come all the way up. Bend those elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the heart forward. And then you're going to exhale. Bring your elbows and your pinkies together. Drop your chin. Drop your hips. And then inhale. Open everything up like big wide wings. Exhale. Bring it together. Drop the chin. Drop those hips. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Bring it together. Good. Inhale. Open. Two more. Exhale. Last one, inhale, open, stay here. We're going to bring our left elbow to the left knee, tip on over with that right arm. Nice side body stretch, lots of side body stretches in the morning. Come all the way back up, tip on over to the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Good, inhale, come all the way up. You can hear somebody weed whacking. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay, and then we're going to take a twist here. So bringing the hands onto the insides of the thighs. It doesn't matter if thumbs are forward or thumbs are back. We're just going to take a twist here. So drop one shoulder, take a peek to the back of the mat. See if you can drop the hips and press the knees open. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Doesn't matter which way you go. Okay, let's do one more, both sides. Twist. And twist. So I'm going to be turning to the top of my mat, bending my left knee, finding my pigeon pose. So you can heel toe left foot over to the right side of the mat, extend that right leg long behind you. We're going to bring the fingertips wide and just balancing really lightly onto the fingertips, lift your chest. And then you're going to bow forward, bringing your forehead to the earth. Slight tuck of the chin as you roll all the way up. Maybe you take a peek up, open through the throat. Exhale, bow deeply. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. This last one we're going to lift. We're going to hold here. To shift onto that left hip. And then we're going to windshield wiper the heels onto the heels, windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we're going to find our pigeon at the back of the mat. So this time I have my right knee bent, left leg long behind you. Balancing on those fingertips, lift the chest up. And then exhale, come down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. Last one. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, bowing. On this next one, we're going to lift up, coming onto the right hip and just windshield wipering the knees side to side, giving a little internal rotation as we turn back to the top of the mat again, finding your tabletop. A puppy pose here. So I like to crawl to the back of the mat so you can walk the hands forward, dropping the chest. Maybe you're balancing on your forehead, maybe you're on the chin. If you want a little bit more into the shoulders here, if that's feeling okay, we're going to keep the left arm exactly as it is, bringing the right arm straight out to the side. And then you can press into both palms. You're really going to feel a deeper stretch here. And then we'll just switch. Bring that other hand back to the top of the mat. I'm going to extend my left arm straight out to the side. I'm taking a peek forward, and then I'm pressing my palms. Good. And then we come forward, back to center, and we'll just roll onto our bellies here. Open wings. We're going to reach that right arm straight out to the side. You're just going to tip on over. You're balancing on your right side body, opening up that right shoulder. So many of our jobs have us internally rotating our shoulders, sitting at a desk, holding a baby. It's nice to stretch out the front of those shoulders. And then we'll go to the other side. Come back to center. Then the left arm straight out. Of course, you can adjust the height of the hand depending on your body. You can lay your head down. I'm just going to keep mine lifted just because I've got this microphone under me. But feeling that nice deep stretch into the front of the left shoulder. And then we come back to center. Pushing back, finding your tabletop here. And then we're going to inhale, twisting to the right. Reach your right arm straight up, holding this arm here. I'm actually going to turn to the side so you can see here where we're headed with this. Keeping that right arm reaching up, twisting. See if you can pull it back a little farther. And then we're going to thread our needle, sweeping that right arm underneath. Come to rest on the right side of the face. I like to interlace my hands here and then really tug that right arm away. So getting a deep stretch into the shoulder. Good. Here's where it gets a little bit funky. We're going to plant the left hand. You're going to pick up your your left leg, swing it to the left side of the mat. Maybe you can get it eye height here. And then we're just going to stay here and take a little bind. So either left hand or right hand catches onto your left ankle. I love this pose because then I can say, now we're doing yoga. So we're going to keep the legs exactly as they are. So left leg is extended. We're going to plant our left hand beside the face. And then inhale, sweep your right arm up. Take a twist. So it looks like we're in that twisted tabletop, but we got one leg extended out to the side. And then we can release that hand down. Walk the hands back towards yourself. And we're just going to bring our knee and foot in line. So if your left foot was ahead, just slide it back a little. Coming into our gate pose. Variation, fingertips behind the ears, and then we're just going to tip on over. And I want you to really think about lifting the right elbow up. If you could touch the sky, the ceiling. And then we're going to come back to center. Right hand supports you, supported side plank. Let's pick up the left leg, reach the top arm up and away. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes here. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow and knee are going to come together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow and knee come together. Inhale, reach. Stay here. If you want a little bit more, bend the top knee, reach back, catch the foot. Kind of like a dancer's pose here. Chapasana bind. Stretch your heart forward. And then we can release that, coming back to the tabletop. And then this time, left arm reaches up. So twisting, holding this one here. See if you can pull that left shoulder back. I know this is a very simple pose. It doesn't look like there's a lot happening, but there is work happening in the body. I know. And then we'll take that twist, sweeping the left arm underneath into rest. Holding your own hand. Take that little tug of the shoulder, pulling it away. At the same time, we're pulling our hips and ribs to the opposite side of the mat. We can release that bind. Our right hand is going to plant beside the face. You're going to pick up your right leg behind you and then swing it to the top of the mat, planting the sole of the foot. See if you can get the entire sole of the foot on the earth. And then we'll take that bind. So maybe that's the right hand or the left hand catching on to the ankle. Good. Couple more breaths here. And then we'll bring our right hand alongside the face again, pressing the palm as you inhale, sweep the left arm up, take that twist. And then release your left hand down, walk the fingertips towards you, and we'll just bring our right foot in line with the left knee so we can come into our supported side plank. I'll just twist here to the side so you can see. Good. Actually, we're going to come into our gate pose first. So fingertips behind the ears, and then we're just going to tip on over to the right. Lift up your left elbow, up, up, up. And now we'll come into that supported side plank. Come back to center. Let your left hand support you. Pick up your right leg. Send the top hand up and over. Take a breath to reach. And then exhale, crunch elbow and knee together. Inhale, big long stretch. Exhale, crunch it together. This last one, we take that big long stretch. And now you have that option for that Japasana bind. So bending the back knee. Seeing if you can reach for the foot. Lifting up the chest. Taking that back bend. Back bends are so beautiful for invigorating the body. Perfect for a morning flow. And then we can release. Come back to your tabletop. Walk the fingertips back. So we're just going to sit on the hips. Coming into a camel prep. Ustrasana prep. So fingertips are just going to come on the earth behind you. They're facing the knees, the fingertips. And then we're just going to lift up those hips, stretching out the front body, working front body, working back body, really light in the fingertips. Really think about pressing hips up and forward. If this is a little too intense, you can widen the knees. And then slowly let the hips come down. We'll shift forward so that we can sit onto curled toes. Sometimes those pinky toes get a little trapped, so you can give them a hand pulling them out. And then here we go. We're gonna bring our fingertips behind the ears just like we did before. And I want you to find a little cat-cow here. So what we're gonna do is arch the back, look up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then we're gonna tip over to the right. And as we tip over, we're gonna start to round our back, closing our elbows in front of us, and then tip over to the left, open your elbows back up, and then arch the back, look up. Making these circles. Let's do another one this way. Close the elbows in front of you as you round. Inhale, open up. And then once you come back to center with that arched back, we're just going to go the other direction. So this is really a distraction of what is happening into the toes. Last one. And come all the way back to center. Release the tops of the feet. And there you have it. That is your morning stretch. I hope you're feeling invigorated and ready for the day. And I'll see you next time on your mat. Namaste.